This is not clickbait. I did not lose my mind. And let me break it down why I legitimately think that Palantir can make it to $100 by the end of the year. Here we have the Palantir chart, and if we're going to look at it objectively at face value, right now it's been retaining this longer term trend for some time now, as well as this shorter term trend, and we can argue we've been in this trend for a very, very long time. You can argue since roughly around the 16th of October, as you can see on the chart right here. Right, this is the penetration point where we went into the current channel that we're in. You see that green and red channel, as well as we are currently retaining this shorter term channel that you can see the blue and the red inside, and we've been moving along this channel very neatly. As you can see, if we continue at the current rate with this channel towards the end of the year, you have this yellow line right here. Okay, this vertical yellow line represents the end of the year. You see 31st of December 24. And merely if we continue with this trend, with this channel as is at the current rate, as we have been doing for the last several months, we will arrive at the end of the year, as what you can see is $100 exactly. Of course, there could be some discrepancies. Of course, we can move slightly higher, slightly lower. The market is such a volatile, weird creature, and yes, can, well, do unpredictable things. But as it's given at face value, this is what it shows. Now let's look at momentum. Is momentum permissive to all this beautiful thing? As we can see, the momentum can readjust as we're going through the channel, and it doesn't appear to allow us to actually predict through the momentum whether this channel will be retained. This is why we're going to switch over to larger time frames, and immediately we're going to discover a very similar channel to the upside, right? The longer duration channel now has been broken, temporarily so, but this is not abnormal given the conditions we've seen in the last several, well, weeks and months really. We do have several support and resistance levels above us that are key and very strong and quite important to notice of. Of course, the psychological 80. Right next to it, we have 80.80, which is a Fib retracement level. We have a 85.02. We have 89.24, 90.43, 95.26, and of course the 100, and right above it we have another stronger retracement, Fibonacci retracement level, which is 102.92, as you can see it on the screen right now. Now, is there actual possibility that these support or resistance lines in this current instance will actually prevent us from reaching the $100 mark before the end of the year? As you can tell by the 4-hourly chart, which is basically similar to the daily, is just spread out to pre-post and actual market hours. So given that we will follow this channel towards the end of the year, we'll actually find ourselves at around $96. And those of you who are more familiar with the behavior of the market and have seen what is known as a slippage, basically the price action slipping out of the support and resistance, given this bullish momentum and the exuberance in the market, yes, it can actually go over and penetrate and simply, as you can imagine, have a little bit of a very good bullish day and make it to $100. This $4 or $6 increment, depending on how close we get, is not unobtainable by the market during a bullish day, especially looking at a potential rally, at a Christmas rally. If that's what will happen with the market, of course, that is something that we might see with the price action. Looking at this channel, if we want to be objective about this, we have been making this channel for, well, quite a while and have been consistent. As you notice right here, it appears to be the same channel since the 24th of June this year, right? So we've been moving in this channel quite consistently. Merely if retaining this top of this channel will arrive roughly at around $80. So worst case scenario, of course, $4 more, but I highly doubt that all is the market can do with this bullish momentum you can see right here. We have clear, strong divergence of the forces. This green line is the K, basically represents the bullish momentum that we have in the market. And so it appears to be diverging from what is known as the bearish momentum and moving in clear divergence and strength into overbought, potentially what will be overbought territory, and if so, giving it enough acceleration to make it easily to $100. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Greg, what about the fact of the matter that you always say that all these things depend on the market, right? So here we're going to take a quick look at the S&P. On the S&P, merely looking at the 4-hourly chart, we're going to realize that we've been, again, similarly to Palantir itself, been retaining this long duration channel that we've been holding on to for quite a long time. As you can see, that slippage, right, when the price action does slip out of bounds, but then returns into the channel and retains it for the longer duration and period. As you can see right here on the screen on that vertical line, we have again marked the end of the year, the 31st of December. And right now, what appears to be that we are testing the median, or rather have been testing and potentially even departing towards the top of the channel. As you can tell, even by retesting this channel towards the end of the year, we still have more than enough time to actually continue with this bullish momentum. Now, do we have it approved and confirmed by the momentum itself, right? By the momentum indicators, as you can tell. Most of them are located in overbought territory, right? And actually, the wider, the larger time frames give us a wider channel with higher probability and higher potential in terms of price action. So as you can tell, looking at the shorter term future, especially right here on the weekly, as you can see now that we ended up marking all that space in between the weekly charts ceiling, we can easily see we have this negative wedge potentially that we will be filling, right? And will subsequently reaching higher highs as we make it. And as we make it, we are allowing assets like Palantir to continue and be bullish as we go. I discussed these things in depth, and actually we kind of noticed this just recently in a community discussion, my community on Discord. And so before I finish this video, I want to highlight very quick for those who stayed for this long. Well, first of all, thank you for those who did watch and stayed for this long. This is how you join my personal private community, patreon.com/investory. Okay, ignore these tiers unless you really want to be a super duper supporter. I do have several members that decided this is the tier that they want to go with. Currently doesn't give you many advantages over the founders, which if you sign up right now and eventually will be locked, and you switch this little ticker right here, you will be able to save 15% paying annually instead of $10 a month. It will be $8.50 a month, and this way you get to participate in all the activities. And remember, there will be no activities held on Patreon itself. All the activities are actually held on Discord. This is my Discord. Don't forget that when you do join, you go over the rules and you go over the procedures and instructions right here in the FAQ channel to get your roles sorted. Otherwise, you will not be able to see the content of the channel. As you can see, I have here a mention of my one-on-one technical analysis academy. I teach one-on-one how to do in-depth technical analysis that is a lot more in-depth than what I'm talking about here in the lives. It's one-on-one, first of all, not videos, but personally, I sit with you one-on-one in this one-on-one channel that I'm in currently right now, and actually teach you step-by-step how to do advanced technical analysis. Soon to come notes for the academy for the students who go through these classes. We have various must-watch videos that I've mentioned and recommend to everybody. We discuss geopolitics here openly, breaking news, finance, technologies. We have tabloids for all sorts of nonsense, whatever we want to talk about. More so, we have, of course, we have the meme channel. How can we survive without one? Great memes, of course, and more so, very, very important, the tickers channel, where I add charts of technical analysis. Like, for example, recently we've been talking about Nike, of course, Palantir, Nvidia, and any other ticker that my members want to add. And I, of course, add my own charts and point of view on whatever asset that is that we're talking about. So thank you very much for staying around for this very annoying plug. But yeah, if you will join the community, you'll get to hang out with me on a daily basis, ask me whatever questions you want, and I'll be able to break down far more in-depth stuff that you see here on the lives. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful weekend. And that's it. See you in the community. Bye for now.